Hey guys, Pat Ryerkey here, also known as the Patriarchy. I'm back, bitches. Okay, sorry I haven't made a video this week. Here's what happened. I got sick as fuck. I'm still a little sick, actually, but I was super sick up until about last night. So, I thought, fuck it, I'll make a video for you assholes this weekend anyway, even though I still don't feel very good and I hate all of you. And I hate talking about these goddamn regressives so much, so while I'm suffering and all my pain, I have to increase it by looking over this Leslie Jones bullshit with Milo Yiannopoulos about him getting a book published, which is the most, I don't know, superficial thing to get pissed about, I feel. And of course, the liberal media jumped on this immediately, and everyone else in the Hollywood community and the Hollywood left felt the need to talk about this, about the spreading of the hate through normalizing Milo's words, or him getting published by a reputable publisher. Oh no, somebody paid Milo. Somebody paid Milo to write a fucking book? Are you crazy? You gave Milo Yiannopoulos $250,000 for a bigoted, hate speech filled neo Nazi white supremacist trash book? How dare you? How dare you? This is Mein Kampf. Or at least that's how everyone was reacting. It's hilarious. New York Times. Fucking New York Times. Every time I tell people New York Times is biased as fuck, they go, "Oh, it's just the opinion pieces. It's not really New York Times in general. They just have a lot of staff that write in the editorials and stuff that are full of shit." Here's how they cover this story. Here's how they cover the Leslie Jones Milo incident. Now, if you guys don't know, Milo got a book deal with God, what's the name? With Simon and Schuster. And they said the book deal was worth $250,000. If you guys don't know, the book's already doing well on Amazon. I think it's already pre-ordered on Amazon out the ass, and it's going to be on the New York Times bestseller list. So obviously Milo got paid because Milo's really fucking popular. Milo's huge. Milo's been getting a lot of traction, mainly because of the regressives, people like this, like Leslie Jones, who was in the Cunt Busters movie. And her cunt just can't stop getting busted. I swear to God, nobody would want to ever penetrate this, but she's so angry at every little thing she can be with Milo. Milo, this guy who's probably fucked more black men than she ever could hope to, because men are actually attracted to Milo. Leslie Jones, the Saturday Night Live and Ghostbusters actress, who was temporarily chased off Twitter in July by an army of trolls hurling sexist and racist insults, was sure to have thoughts on Milo Yiannopoulos getting a book deal. This is from the New York Times article. Listen to this part, and this to me summarizes my issue with the fucking Times. Mr. Yiannopoulos, an editor at the conservative news site Breitbart News, was considered somewhat of a ringleader when Miss Jones was flooded with abuse, largely from men who appeared to be upset that women could bust ghosts as well as the men from the 1984 Ghostbusters original. He encouraged his thousands of followers to direct ire her way, and was permanently banned from Twitter for his role in the abuse. He has said that he was not responsible for the behavior of his fans. Okay, here's the thing I love about this. That the fact that they say it seemed like they were mad, that the flooded with men who were mad that the women could bust ghosts as well as the men from 1904. Actually, they couldn't. They couldn't, New York Times. You fucking idiots. You bias piece of shit newspaper that I hope shuts down. I used to love the Times, and you still got a lot of great articles. I'm not knocking it. There's A.O. Scott and that still writes great reviews and all that, but this bullshit. What the fuck are you talking about? Ghostbusters bombed. Why can't you guys get this? It bombed. It bombed. It lost money. The studio lost money. That is a fact. That's not anyone's opinion. It is a fact. Sony has said it. Everyone said it. The movie lost money, and it got mediocre reviews at best. 73% Rotten Tomatoes and like 60 on Metacritic is not busting ghosts as well as the original film. The original film made $291 million worldwide in 1984. $230 million of that domestic. That's without inflation, right? The new Ghostbusters made $230 million worldwide total in 2016. If we added inflation, the original Ghostbusters made like $500 million at the domestic. So shut the fuck up. They did not boast. Are you saying that this had the impact that Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, and God, Rick Moranis. I mean, I'm gonna count him in there. You think this had the same Harold Ramis? You think that these actresses had that impact? You think Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy did as good of a job? You think 20 years from now people are going to be watching this movie like they watched Ghostbusters and they're going to be talking about these classic characters and performances? Yeah, sure. That's not a spin. Also, they're saying that's what people were complaining. No, they were complaining because the movie sucked. And that narrative that was pushed by people like you that it was sexist. And yeah, that's what they were. And they were sending memes and shit. I get called a faggot. I get called a white supremacist all the time. I get called a racist. I get called a bigot all the time on all my shit. I don't care. Everyone was telling Leslie she was acting like an imbecile because people were making jokes that she looked like an ape and stuff, which she does. She looks like a fucking monkey. It's not a racist thing to say that when somebody literally looks like the thing you're comparing them to. Like, if I say Steve Buscemi looks like Gollum, it's because he looks like Gollum. It has nothing to do with him being like an Italian guy. That's pointless to that assessment. It's just how his face is. His actions did not stop Threshold Editions, an imprint of Simon & Schuster, from signing him to a book deal which the Hollywood Reporter said was worth $250,000. Simon & Schuster defended its move on Twitter, saying that the book deals did not amount to corporate endorsement of the author's viewpoints. Yeah, no shit. I don't like 50 Shades of Grey at all. I don't like Twilight at all. There was a market for them. They made millions of dollars. I don't like James Patterson novels, but he gets to keep releasing books because they make money. I think those books are bad for culture. I think they're bad for society. I don't see Leslie Jones bitching about that. I also think she's spreading hate when she's, I don't know, being a bitch on Twitter and is sort of illiterate speaking, honestly, when she writes on Twitter. I know she went to college and she's not stupid, but when she writes on Twitter, it's like, Jesus Christ, woman, stop. And let's look at this fact that the Ghostbusters film was an anti-man film. It was. The men in the film were stupid. The main villain was attacking everyone on the internet that was a fan of Ghostbusters. Paul Feig did an article about why men aren't funny, which was a ridiculously stupid response to the Christopher Hitchens paper. And yeah, what the fuck you... So where was that complaint? We were like, hey, will you guys stop saying that we're sexist for this bullshit? Hey, that's you just being hateful. Oh, okay, hey, Milo got a book deal. Oh my god. Nazi Germany. Okay, listen to this bullshit. But you still help them spread their hate to even more people, Miss Jones responded on Twitter. Miss Jones did not return a message sent through Saturday Night Live spokeswoman on Tuesday, and Mr. Yiannopoulos did not respond to an email. In an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, Mr. Yiannopoulos sounded as surprised as anyone else that he got the book deal. Oh, I met with top execs of Simon & Schuster earlier in the year and spent half an hour trying to shock them with lewd jokes and outrageous opinions, Mr. Yiannopoulos said. I thought they were going to have me escorted from the building, but instead they offered me a wheelbarrow full of money. Many critics of Mr. Yiannopoulos protested after the deal was announced, accusing Simon & Schuster of encouraging hateful speech. Let me see who these two are. I hope these aren't two Jewish Hollywood celebrities that I don't like at all, that make really crappy comedy now and always preach to me, even though they both did very controversial, shitty content to become famous. Oh, wow, look, Sarah Silverman and Judd Apatow. Okay, well, I guess I was wrong. Sarah Silverman. This guy has freedom of speech, but to fund him and give him a platform tells me a lot about Simon & Schuster. Yuck and boo and gross. Well, you tell me a lot about your personality, that you're a fucking moron. You were a shock jock, you cunt. That's all you did. You did fucked up humor for years. Milo's just as fucked up as you. You do nothing better than Milo. You are not morally superior to Milo. Have you even read any of Milo's books? These people who hate Milo. I'm not 100% defending Milo here, don't get me wrong. I'm making fun of the butthurt reactions to Milo's book as if the book is going to change the world. As if Milo's book's going to cause everyone to become conservative overnight. Because the left has to take everything to an absolute extreme. There's no middle ground. Judd Apatow. I am in! In these times, we cannot let hate mongers get rich off their cruelty. Shame on Simon Schuster. Well, we didn't. We didn't let Sony get rich off their hate with the Ghostbusters remake, Judd. So we did do our job. You're welcome, buddy. In a statement last week, Simon & Schuster said, "We do not and never have condoned discrimination or hate speech in any form." At Simon & Schuster, we have always published books by a wide range of authors with greatly varying and frequently controversial opinions and appealing to many different audiences of readers. And this is true. They shouldn't even have to come out and say this. You shouldn't have to defend who you publish or not. Milo is not this person they are making him out to be. I don't agree with Milo on a lot of things. I don't like his defense of Catholicism. I'm not as pro-religion as Milo is on some of the Judeo-Christian religions. I don't like a lot of religions in general. I don't like, I think Milo is a little radical on everything, and I think he definitely starts shit for the fun of it, but when it comes to feminism and free speech and comedy and what Milo's trying to get at, this idea, he's wonderful at it, and he's a nice guy. This idea that Milo's hateful, I guarantee you Leslie Jones, Judd Apatow, and Sarah Silverman are way bigger assholes than Milo has ever been in his life to anyone cool. I bet I could hang out with fucking Milo and have the best time. I mean, they just, you should have saw the comments section. It was just like, this fucking bigot. Look how right Leslie Jones is. I'm so happy as a black person that she's speaking up against this hate and all that. It's like, wow, you guys need this black stereotype of a woman, this comedian who's made her whole career off doing nothing new to represent you. Instead of, maybe reading the guy's book, seeing what... I mean, none of them read the book. That's my favorite thing. They don't read the book, but they just assume. Even one of my best friends, I have a friend that I love, but I just mentioned Milo or something like that, and he's like, God, that guy's like a fucking Nazi. And it's like, you people really take things to extremes, and you don't realize why nobody can take your accusation seriously after a point. I mean, what the fuck? If the qualification to be a Nazi is to have right-leaning opinions, then fuck, a large portion of this country is Nazi. Mr. Yiannopoulos has long appeared to take glee in the protests of left-leaning commentators. He was an advocate for the Gamergate group, which often targeted feminists and went out speaking toward college campuses to rail against PC culture. He bragged that, I don't have feelings to hurt, darling, Every line of attack the forces of political correctness try on me fails pathetically. He told The Hollywood Reporter last week, I'm more powerful, more influential, and more fabulous than ever before. And this book is the moment Milo goes mainstream. Social justice warriors should be scared. Very scared. Fuck yeah, Milo. I love it. He's just talking shit. It's great. So I went to this other article, MarySue.com, when they were breaking down Milo Yiannopoulos' Twitter fight back in the day. Okay, listen to this dumb shit on this website, MarySue.com. Listen to how they interpreted Milo's tweets back in the day. When Milo got banned for Twitter for telling Leslie Jones to basically quit being a crybaby victim because people were talking shit about a terrible movie that was pushing an agenda. Now, I don't think she deserved those attacks. But Milo really didn't start anything bad, and this whole idea that he incited the hate from other people was bullshit. There was never any proof of that. They just said that to ban Milo. But listen to this. Calling Jones a black dude and barely literate when she makes a clear typo is steeped in racist coding. Racist coding. I love this shit. Because a woman who looks like her isn't really feminine. Yeah, because she's fucking ugly and looks like a dude. That's just, I'm sorry, she's not attractive. I don't know why the left doesn't get this. Some people aren't good looking. Do you wanna fuck Louis Anderson? Is he a sex symbol? Because those people are barely literate. I love that. So because Milo criticizes Leslie's spelling and how she looks, he's being racist in his secret code. This is real racism. Racists don't always start their sentence with, I'm a racist, and think that. They don't have to. The subtext is clear. Oh my god. I love this shit. I fucking love this shit. 2017 is fucking amazing already. I've been sick, and somehow the SJWs have brought me back to life, like Jesus Christ. I have risen a few days later, more powerful than ever, ready to kick their asses, because you guys are idiots. There's that new celebrity PSA where they're trying to tell Congress to block everything Trump does. Now they're pissed that they're basically mad Milo got paid. Because he could have self-published this and the book was still going to get read and put everywhere. They're just mad that he basically got $250,000 because he's worth money. Because people want to read his shit. And I can't wait to read the book. Actually, I think Milo's really funny. Like I said, once again, don't agree with him on... And I don't even probably agree with him on half the shit he says, to be honest with you. But I like that he has his own opinions and viewpoints. He seems like a good dude. And yeah, he fights for what I fight for. And that's just to say whatever the fuck you want. And I do think that Twitter was wrong for what they did, and I think everyone's reaction to this is laughable. They're like, hey, he has freedom of speech, but you should still ban this. Yeah, I don't think you guys get the concept. You guys really try to abuse that private company idea because in your Hollywood logic, you just get to pick what actors or scripts you want to work with, and you guys get to have your little echo chamber or bubbles and decide that, oh, well, we only get to make movies about this with actors like this, or these only types of things should be out there. Well, boo hoo hoo hoo. Not all of us live in your stupid California mindset. Like, some of us like to read books from other people. With different opinions than our own. Some of us like to hear different viewpoints, okay? And we don't immediately go to bigotry and hate speech. Because we're not cowardly children like you. What's funny is they're trying to pretend that they're not trying to censor him or get the book banned. That's what they want. They're just not going to word it that way. When you say, oh, well, it's being released by this prestigious publisher, so that's what makes it bad. They normalize the hate. They're just saying don't publish his book. We don't want his book out there at all. But they can't say that because they'd be called fascist and Nazis. Like they should be called because that's what they are. That's exactly what these people are. They don't want certain content to exist at all. If they could ban it, they would. They would ban this stuff. I have no doubt in my mind. Sarah Silverman, Leslie Jones, and Judd Apatow would love to have power over this decision or not. Luckily, in this country, we still have the fucking right to get our shit published without that kind of power from the Hollywood elite who somehow think they're morally superior to someone like Milo, even though they just sell products to people, to the masses, to make millions and manipulate them and stuff like that. What the fuck artistic great thing to Judd Apatow? I mean, I like 40-Year-Old Virgin as much as everyone else. Don't get me wrong, I like it a lot, but okay, dude, cool. So what the fuck? Does that mean you get to decide what books are good and bad? Do I have to go by your idea of what people are good and bad, Judd? If I was going off that, then Judd, I don't trust you at all. You're the one that thought Bridesmaids was a good movie. You're the one that produced Girls and got Lena Dunham started on HBO. So, no, Judd, no. Wait, Paul Feig, Freaks and Geeks. Judd Apatow, Freaks and Geeks. Paul Feig, Bridesmaids. Judd Apatow, Bridesmaids. Oh my god. Wait, they've been working together since the 90s, going back on Heavyweights. Holy shit. Judd Apatow, Paul Feig, Leslie Jones, it all connects? Illuminati, Russia, hacking. How do we know these guys weren't behind the Sony email leaks, huh? Shut the fuck up, please. Just stop. Milo's book's getting published. It's gonna sell. His fans are gonna like it. You guys who don't like it don't have to read it. It's really that simple. And it's not going to spread hate or change anything, and there's not this growing white supremacist neo-Nazi movement. If there is, it's because of people like you that are morons, that are part of the problem. And you guys, if you would just stop talking, we might get somewhere, but it'll never happen. So you're just basically making Milo more popular. You guys don't get that. That's what Milo keeps saying. The more you try and stop him, the bigger he gets. That's your fault. So this is what you get. You reap what you sow. I love it. I only want Milo to get published just to see you guys get butthurt about it. I'm going to take a picture with the book in my hand and share it on Judd Apatow's Twitter and Leslie Jones' Twitter. But, you know, as you know, I feel bad because when Leslie Jones' cousin Harambe died, I cared about her for a little bit. I was sympathetic, you know. And then now that she's just keeps reacting this way to my boy Milo, I'm just done with her. You know, I have to let her and Harambe go. But Leslie Jones is just kind of the most unfunny, pointless, waste of time comedian out there right now that I don't know why anyone cares what the fuck she has to say, as if it's supposed to be relevant to anything. Not sure. But what do you guys think? Do you like Milo? Do you hate Milo? How do you think? Do you think he should get his book published? Do you think that he shouldn't be published by Simon & Schuster because it spreads hate? Or do you not give a fuck like me? Because I don't see why that matters. Anyway, this is the Patriarchy. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, go fuck yourselves, darlings.